This cast, this is the not even down for the cast, to the production, to the crew, everyone. Everyone involved from top to bottom, absolute amazing. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2. This is the What to Expect video for Season 2. We're going to go over some different fan theories on what we believe is going to be happening in this next installment of Power. And I'm going to tell you right now, based off how it ended in Season 1, it's going to be a lot of interesting things that we have to talk about, and some interesting storylines that I think is going to develop. We're going to focus on the key characters and just go over each of these characters and just give those theories out. And I want you guys to let me know exactly what you believe is going to happen to these main characters in Season 2 of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. And man, what a hell of a season, man. It's crazy how fast the season went. It seems just like yesterday we would just start watching the very first episode. But Power Book 3 Raising Kanan definitely lived up to the hype. I believe it was a solid installment of Power. As I told you guys, it created the 90s like no other. You know what I'm saying? They did a very good job at incorporating the soundtrack, the feel, the vibe of the 90s within this show. And it shows you the hard work that they put in to make this show happen. Now, as of right now, they are filming Season 2. It is being filmed right now. We know Season 2 is already renewed. Season 2 was renewed before the episodes actually even aired. So before this show even aired, Season 2 was already renewed. So it goes to show you that they already knew this show was going to be very, very big. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen within these characters. What other secrets are going to come out. And, hopefully we get the conclusions in some of the storylines that we saw in Season 1 of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. So let's just go over what can we expect from Season 2 of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. Let's start with your girl, Rock. Now, Rock, she definitely ended Season 1 at the top. Now, the whole Season 1, she was plotting and planning on her new game plan to take over the high-rise apartments. Of course, this is what she wanted to do. We saw the outcome of that at the end of Season 1. Rock was able to adapt to everything that came her way in Season 1. Every time something came her way, she was able to make adjustments and adapt each and every time, whether we liked it or not, whether her enemies liked it or not. She did what she had to do to make sure she got the job done. Now, we know when it comes to Rock in Season 2, she's going to have to carry that same type of energy as far as being able to adapt to whatever comes her way. Now, Rock believes that Detective Howard is out of the picture, but she will be hit with a surprise when she figures out he is still alive. And now, or when that actually happens, that's when Rock's going to have to figure out what she wants to do. Of course, Detective Howard could come out and say, it was Kanan that ended up shooting him. Or he can say he didn't know. At the end of the day, Rock has to be ready for this outcome. She also has to get ready for the new connect, Joaquin, and the many troubles that's going to come her way dealing with that guy, because I believe there's going to be some issues with him, not just with Dean, who she was working with in the past, but Joaquin is a monster that she doesn't know. And I'm telling you, he is definitely going to cause issues for Rock when Rock messes up, which you already know is going to happen just based off Season 1. So as long as Rock continues to do what she did in Season 1, being able to adapt and adjust, I believe she's going to have a solid Season 2. But it all depends on what Detective Howard really wants to do. He's going to be very, very pissed off, right? We know he survives, and he was asked a question on who did this to you? Who shot you? Will he actually tell the truth? Now, I'm going to tell you my prediction, and I believe is no, he's not going to tell them who shot him. Because if he does, it's going to cause a ripple effect. It's going to cause a lot more issues. Now, I do believe he will be able to use this as leverage for his bone marrow transplant. But we know if Detective Howard was to come out and say, yeah, Unique did shoot me. You know what I'm saying? I want to protect my son. Unique was the one to shoot me. I believe that's stupid, because if you do that, that's all, all that's going to do is create a war, I believe. You're pretty much writing yourself a death wish by putting out false information like that. That gives the okay for Unique's crew to go ahead and say, you know what, well, I guess we got to take out Detective Howard for lying. And do you honestly believe Detective Howard's going to be able to continue to run these blocks without somebody trying to take him out that will try to get revenge for Unique? I don't know if he's trying to live a life like that. I think he's probably more of, I don't know who did it type feel. You know what I'm saying? And then he can, of course, get in contact with Rock, his doctor or whatever, and maybe they can figure out a way where he can get the whole bone marrow transplant. This whole storyline about the bone marrow transplant is not done yet. It was a reason why they put that in there. That was the main reason I believe Detective Howard was going to survive anyway, because they're not just going to introduce that storyline into the show and then he gets killed off and that's just it. They're going to introduce it and they're going to continue to explain, and eventually that will come into play in season 2, in my personal opinion. But we're definitely going to see, I believe, Detective Howard. He is far from being taken out, and he's definitely looking for revenge. And Rock better watch her back, because she's creating a lot of new enemies. And I believe Detective Burke may mess around and be one of the people that's going to find out the truth about everything. And you already know how they do in Power. Usually when somebody gets real close to the truth, something bad happens to them. So maybe Detective Burke is able to find out what's really going on. And once she does, maybe her chances of living go down a little bit. So we're going to find out exactly what's going to happen with her as well in this next season of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. Now, Jukebox had one of the best character developments of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan season 1, and I think it's going to continue in season 2. She went through so much, man, so much, losing Nicole. Everything seemed like it was going very well for Jukebox in the last season until Nicole ended up getting taken out. Of course, her father, Marvin, and her does not have a great relationship, and that's messing a lot of different things up. Of course, your boy Kanan going to Maryland, that's also going to create a ripple effect. I believe it's a chance that Jukebox may go and visit her cousin. At the end of the day, it will be some connections to Maryland, because we know in the original Power, it's heavy connections to Maryland when it comes to Jukebox and Kanan. That's where Jukebox is at. That's, around that DMV area is where she is a cop. So that's going to be a very interesting opening. The whole Maryland storyline is something that I'm going to be paying close attention to. Now, Jukebox, I believe, will continue to have issues with her father, but the key factor for Jukebox in this next season will be her mother. You know what I'm saying? Her mother coming back will be something that I will be looking out for, and I believe that will be the telling sign of Jukebox's development once again in this next season. Will her mom actually try to have a relationship with her daughter, or will it be the opposite? You know what I'm saying? Will she be very judgmental? These things we have to wait and see, but I got a feeling LaToya Luckett joining the Power Universe is going to bring some good storytelling. And as I told you guys, Jukebox to me has had some of the best character development, which I believe is going to continue in this next season. Now, your boy Lulu, he had a okay season. The whole music thing was the best thing that was popping for your boy Lulu. We know he ended up almost losing his life. Caught in that fire. It was not looking too good for him. Rock pretty much telling him she owns everything that he owns. You know what I'm saying? The whole label. She controls all of this, right? Lulu understands that he is not going to be able to get out the game the way he wants to. He was doing some things in season 1 where he didn't even want to do those things, as far as taking out D-Wiz, doing things Rock wanted him to do. He didn't really want to do those things. Deep down inside, I understand what Jessica is telling him about he's better, he can move on. Those things are true, but at the same time, the money that he used to fund this label and everything that was popping off in that studio was drug money. And Lulu understands this, and he understands that his sister is not going to allow him to move on just like that. It's not going to be that easy. So I expect your boy Lulu to continue the whole music thing. It is a new artist that's, casted for season 2 that Lulu and Crown are going to sign. We're going to talk more about that character very, very soon, but that information did get put out weeks ago. But Lulu's main thing is the whole music thing, and probably I believe he's going to still try to figure out a way where he can go legit and a way he can neutralize his sister Rock. You want to see more family issues with Lulu and Rock in this next season, in my opinion. Now, your boy Unique in season 1, he definitely was doing a good job as far as keeping everything calm, but going up against Rock was something that probably should have never happened, but it did. It definitely did happen, and now these are the consequences of going to war with Rock. Your boy Unique has been set up with the whole jacket thing. He understands this. He don't know who to trust. He can't trust nobody. The best thing that your boy Unique can do is hire the best lawyer possible. That's the first thing that you're going to have to do. And once the police start investigating a little bit more, maybe some more loopholes can happen within this whole story, and it gives Unique more of a chance to defend himself. At the end of the day, they don't have his face on the camera. You know what I'm saying? They got Kanan, they got the jacket. Of course, they got the blood, which is not Unique's blood. It's going to also just trace back to, of course, Detective Howard and Kanan. The blood is going to match because they have the same blood type. But besides all of that, Unique, I believe, will get out in this next season. And I'm just basing it off the small details of what we saw in the season finale. Did you notice how the police questioned Juliana? And they asked her, did you see what happened? And she said, well, yeah, I seen the guy with the jacket with the name on there, Unique, but I never saw the face. See, they put that in there for a reason, right? They put that in there for a reason. When they was questioning Sam the junkie, pretty much the same thing. He's like, yeah, it's a young kid with the jacket and all that. I didn't really get, too much of a good look on his face and all that stuff. These little small things is what's going to save Unique, because they're going to have to prove that he was the one that actually pulled that trigger. But since Detective Howard is back from the dead, he ain't die, they're going to also question him. And if Detective Howard says he don't know who did it, of course they're going to question Unique a little bit more. But I still believe they need some more evidence. I mean, the whole jacket thing is good, but if they start investigating like they really should do, like I told you guys earlier, more loopholes will open within this story. Secondly, the place that Unique was staying at, even in 91, I mean, you would think that this place will have cameras. Now, even if they don't have cameras, if the police are doing their jobs, they start questioning people, I mean, you would think they would get a little bit more answers, as well as, fingerprints. If they're going up in Unique spot, fingerprinting everything up, I mean, that can also lead to some answers, right? At the end of the day, Rock's game plan to set up Unique, as of right now, it seems like it's working. Now, will he just stay in jail? Absolutely not. It's just not going to happen. I cannot see Unique staying locked up. I believe he's going to get out somehow, some way, just based on what we've been seeing in Power history alone. We've seen all types of stuff. We've seen all types of people being able to get out. And I think it's going to be the same case when it comes to Unique. And when he does get out, not if, when he gets out, he is going to, make Rock's life a living hell. Trust me, this ain't over yet. It's just not over yet. They did a good job by giving us a whole cliffhanger thing by, creating all this different narrative of Unique and, of course, Detective Howard surviving. But I just don't believe Unique is going to stay locked up. He will be getting out, in my opinion. We just got to wait and see how it all plays out. But, man, your boy Marvin was, having his fingerprints on everything at Unique spot. And like I said, I don't know if they're going to get real, detailed on those small things. But hell, it makes sense to me. I mean, you didn't have no gloves on. Put gloves on at least if you on this spot. You're touching everything. If they go in there, they start fingerprinting stuff, and they find your prints at his spot, that's going to be a problem. A very interesting problem, right? So we're going to see how it all is going to play out with this whole Unique thing. Detective Howard, if they can, of course, prove that he really did this, will be a huge question mark for season 2. I can't wait to see how they're going to put it together. At the end of the day, it's Power. You already know how they do with these whole court cases and stuff like that and evidence. I mean, they're going to mix it all up. They're going to make it very interesting once it actually is shown on screen. So we going to see. And I also believe that Marvin is okay. I don't think he's really worrying about being brought in. He knows Tony Deep is a rat, and he will have a very good lawyer. Marvin will not be in there too much longer. And once he does get out, I told you guys, Tony Deep days are numbered. And Marvin will have a very interesting season 2, seeing that Jukebox's mom is back. I want to see the interactions that he's going to have with her, and maybe we get a little bit more history lesson as far as the details of what really happened and why she really left. Now, we know she left because of the whole music thing in LA, but what was really going on within her relationship with Marvin? It could not have been the best, in my opinion, and it probably gave her more of a reason why she wanted to leave. But we're definitely going to see that and continue to see the struggles that Marvin's going to have with his daughter, Jukebox. Now let's talk about your boy, Symphony. I know a lot of people don't trust his character. They believe that he is hiding something. And I'm going to tell you right now, I always say you trust nobody. Now, when it comes to his character, I do believe it is some secrets that we don't know about when it comes to Symphony. He's not all good. He is definitely plotting and planning something. I don't know what it is, but the dude is definitely up to something. Plain and simple. I mean, he does everything Rock tells him to do. He is definitely stuck up for her. He is, wide open. The boy is whipped when it comes to Rock. But as I told you guys, this dude definitely has something up his sleeve that we don't know about. And in season 2, I think it's going to continue to develop. We're going to see, or probably just know more about Symphony's past and what he really has going. Some of you guys have been saying y'all believe he is Breeze. Now, I don't know about the whole Breeze thing. I mean, Breeze is connected to everybody, right? I mean, this dude Breeze is a legend, and everybody loves talking about Breeze. But I believe, as I told you guys in the past, when Breeze comes to power, we will know. We will know, and it will not be any type of secrets as far as the characters that's already in the show. Now, I can be completely wrong. They can hit us with a huge surprise, and it can be a character that's already on the show. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Symphony is just a weird character that has some secrets that we don't know about. And eventually we will learn more about his motives and some of the things that he is really up to. But we going to definitely find out in season 2. Your boy Kanan, of course, he is the huge topic of discussion for season 2 because he has just shot his father, a cop. After having those conversations with the Jukebox, he realizes that Rock made him do this and most likely used him. And he's feeling down and out. And on top of that, he has to go to Maryland. I believe Kanan will go to Maryland and he will make some connects down there. And maybe, of course, Jukebox goes down there to visit. But we know Jukebox in the original Power has connects down there as well. But it opens up that whole storyline. At the end of the day, Kanan learned what his mom told him in season 1, that these streets, they don't play. His mom is a prime example of that. She does not play. Kanan said at the end of the episode, one thing that he learned that he can trust is that he can't trust nobody, not even your moms, right? So we know that Rock definitely did whatever she had to do, sacrificed whatever she had to sacrifice to get what she wanted. And now Kanan, who had a choice, remember, he had a choice, and he chose this lifestyle. Rock tried to tell him time and time again. She tried to prevent this time and time again, but Kanan didn't want to listen. This is what he wanted. This is what he chose. And hell, Kanan said, look, you had me here all this time, and now these are, of course, the consequences of me being around all of this. I was born into this lifestyle, so we're going to see what he's going to be doing in season 2. Of course, I believe at the end of the day, this whole Detective Howard thing, the bone marrow transplant, will definitely be a huge topic of discussion. And many more things are yet to be seen. I mean, like I told you guys, I do believe your boy Unique, he ain't done yet. I also believe Rock's new connect, Joaquin, will create some new problems for her. She's thinking everything is good, but that's not going to be the case. At the end of the day, Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2 is in works. Of course, They, I believe, just finished up like episode 2, I believe. So it's coming, man. It's definitely coming. We're going to see this show air next year. I had to make the video just to go over some of the key storylines. Now, if you guys think I missed anything, or is any other character that you believe I needed to talk about, leave it all down below. We're going to continue to talk about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. We're going to continue to talk about your favorite characters and break these characters down, as well as some of the storylines that they're involved in. We're definitely going to talk about your boy Detective Howard a little bit more as well. So be looking out for future videos. But once again, I do want to thank you guys. I appreciate all the love, all the support that you gave me for this series. I enjoyed discussing different theories and stuff like that with you guys this season, and I cannot wait to go over even more theories for season 2. But once again, thank you guys for all the love, all the support. I will catch y'all on the next Power Book 3 Raising Kanan video, which I will be airing very, very soon. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.